You and I have both experienced that pain. You strive for your justice, and I strive for mine.
And what's going on, Read My Lips people? We are back. Back like we ain't never left, baby. So, what should we talk about today? I got some Yang UBI related news for you, but something I wanted to touch up on before I got into that. So, my dear friend Candace Owens, she's not really my friend. The minuscule amount of her fans that do know me absolutely hate my guts. Look, I pretty much disagree with Candace Owens on about everything. Even though I did wish her a happy birthday not that long ago, because I don't hate her. Hate's a very strong word. I just disagree with everything she says. But recently she got not suspended, but she got her tweeting privileges revoked. And I saw tweeting like "Free Candace" all over my Twitter, and I was wondering like, oh, they suspended her account. She must have did something crazy. So I went to her page and it was fine, but she's not allowed to tweet. So I was conflicted when I found out why they suspended her ability to tweet anything. I was very conflicted because what she said is just flat out wrong. But then again, at the same time, like people are talking about free speech rights, and I'm like, it's a toughie. So I'm gonna read to you guys what Candace Owens wrote, and I really honestly want your feedback, because even when I disagree with some of the people that watch my show, 9 times out of 10, you guys are very policy driven, and though we may disagree on some things, you have a good head on your shoulders, the people that watch this show. So I'm really curious as to what your thoughts are on this. Do you think Twitter was in the right, or do you think, yeah, Candace, why would you say such a thing? Good on Twitter. So, all right, so it should be on the screen right now. So Candace Owens tweeted this out. Apparently, Governor Whitmer believes she is a duly elected dictator of a socialist country. Like, see, that's why, like, let me just stop there. That's why, like, really, Candace? That's why we just disagree. We just disagree. And her words are so carefully crafted. Like, that was like, just come on, Candace, really? The people of Michigan need to stand up to her. Open your businesses. Go to work. The police think she's crazy too. They are not going to arrest 10 million people for going to work. So, because of this, they banned her from tweeting. I don't know how long the ban was, and obviously she's appealed it. But Candace Owens told people to ignore what the governor's saying, to just get up, screw all the social distancing rules, all the rules that are set in place to help keep us as safe as possible. Just go open your stores, clock in, go to work, contaminate other people. They can't arrest you all. So, I mean, obviously, I disagree with her tweet. 100%. I disagree with it. But there's some people that are like, free Candace. And again, even me, even myself, who I'm somebody that is I super disagree with Candace Owens. I don't know if she should have been banned for tweeting. Like, I don't think, like, Twitter they should have given her like a strike. Like YouTube, so I don't know if everyone here knows how YouTube works, but YouTube has like a 3-strike rule. So if your channel gets 3 strikes, you're out. Like, you're donezo. So Twitter should have a 3-strike rule in place. Like, you tweeted this, that was a no-no, you got a strike. if you break those 3 strikes, you're out. Like that would be more palatable than immediately banning someone or immediately taking away their rights to tweet, I guess. But at the same time, Twitter isn't government owned. A lot of lefties want like Facebook and Twitter and places like that to be government owned because these companies could easily, at any second, Twitter could say, you know what, I don't want you on there anymore. I don't want you voicing your opinion. You're off my platform. And there's a lot of lefties that don't want it like that. I'm going to be honest with you, and I might get some pushback. I think that's okay. Like, if I built this company from the startup and it's my platform, and the government isn't controlling it, if I at any point want to be like, you know what, you're done, you're out of here, I don't want to hear from you, I'm kind of okay with that. But I definitely see both sides. I definitely see both sides to something like that. And I definitely see both sides to this Candace Owens situation. Again, I'll reiterate, I think she's wrong. I think her tweet is wrong. And it's dangerous. Because I didn't even, like, she's got a lot of fans. Like, because I had dropped, like, a Candace Owens video. It was, like, about her debating Kyle Kalinske. This was, like, months ago. Like, I think during this time, like, wasn't even showing my face on the camera yet. And, like, since then, like, she still has, like, a couple people that absolutely hates read my lips guts. Because I said she was afraid to debate Kyle Kalinske, which I still think she is. Like, she pretended she didn't know who he was. You know who the fuck he is. Like, cut it out. She said, like, I'd be punching down. Calm down. Your head's like this. Calm down. It's not punching down. If anything, you're punching even, and that's being courteous.
Perhaps I can put it to you more clearly. 1st and 10, Simmer take the snap, drop back, find down in the end zone for a touchdown. Now come on and kick the extra point. Simmer to down, followed by now, and it's Simmer down now.
But I remember one of her fans said to me, like, she's more of a man than you'll ever be. And I was like, huh? What? Go tell her that. I want to see her reaction. So, yeah, genuinely curious. What do you think? Do you think Twitter was in the right? Do you think they shouldn't have done it? Are you okay if it's a temporary kind of thing? Like, hey, don't do this again. We're going to take away your right to tweet for a week or something like that. Facebook does Facebook jail, don't they? Like, you screw up, they put you in Facebook jail. You can't tweet for a week or a month, depending on, you know, the severity. So, very curious as to your thoughts. So, on to the main topic. The main reason I decided to sit here under these lights and talk to you guys. Fox News continues to attack universal basic income. As a matter of fact, Stuart Varney, old Stuart Varney, good old Stuart Varney, he calls it a scheme. We're trying to scheme. So, if you haven't checked out my last video, I'm sure I'll have a picture somewhere on the screen of Fox News attacking UBI. Check that out. But once again, they just can't, because it's becoming so popular. They're like, oh no, we can't have this. Giving money to the people. So he calls it a scheme because supposedly Nancy Pelosi is looking into doing UBI. You guys remember that? I covered that as well. Nancy Pelosi may be in favor of UBI. So a lot of people over on Fox News ain't happy with that. They don't want anything to do with it. And so Stuart Varney attacks it. Let's play that clip.
Not going to get a federal bailout. There's straight talking for you. Speaker Pelosi, she's using the virus to push a universal income scheme. That's where every adult gets a big payment, no strings attached, every month. Democrat Tim Ryan on this program suggested $2,000 a month. And that would be on top of unemployment pay, welfare, and checks from the Treasury. The Speaker says this kind of scheme is worthy of attention. Please note, universal income schemes have failed elsewhere and have been soundly rejected by voters. But hey, why waste an opportunity to buy votes and dress it up as virus relief?
Oh, you guys are back. Okay. Let's go on to debunk what he says. So, he goes on to say, he keeps calling it a scheme, which is underhanded as hell, but he's showing you what he really feels about it. He's showing you where he stands on it. So if that's what you want to call it that, because you're showing your true colors. But he goes on to say that voters dislike UBI. We keep trying to push it even though voters dislike UBI. Lie. And he goes on to say it's failed everywhere. Lie. You're just blatantly lying on national television. These people come out here and lie all the time. I'm not surprised. Before you go in the comment section saying, read my lips, why are you surprised? I'm not surprised that these people lie on national television. I'm just pointing it out. He's like, they're getting the $2,000 a month on top of unemployment and on top of government assisted programs. The poor.
That's it? 480? I don't drop less than 10K. This is a joke. Ha, peasants.
Listen, this guy is such a clown. He's such a joke. All he's for is corporate socialism. That's all he's for. That's all he's for. He's not a fair player in the game. And what I mean is, there's some people that can disagree with you. They can be on the other side of the line, but are willing to have fair and real discussions where they're willing to hear your part and you're willing to hear what they have to say. And maybe you guys meet in the middle. Maybe you guys still disagree at the end. He's not in that park. He's not in that ball game. He is for corporate socialism, full stop. He doesn't care about anything else. He doesn't care what anybody has to say. It's his way or the highway. And he's so disgusted by the thought that, what does Russell call it? The broke folk. That the broke folk can get any little bit extra money during a pandemic. It bothers him. It bothers him. And it's a scheme. Our survival is a scheme. Look at us scheming to survive. These people, I would love. Do you guys ever watch any of those shows like Wife Swap or anything like that? Like, I would love if there was like a wealth swap, right? Where you take someone like a Stuart Varney and you give him $30K a year. Here, you're working here $30K a year. And just deal with that for a couple years. Deal with that for a couple years. And then after 5-6 years, ask him, how do you feel about a UBI? I'd be very curious to hear what he'd have to say. These people, man, they live on a pedestal. They live on a pedestal. It's crazy. So, get this. The American people actually want a UBI. If they implement a UBI, he considers that buying votes. So you want a UBI. Us. You watching us. We want a UBI. They give it to us. They're buying votes. I don't understand. If you're doing what the polling asks, isn't that commendable? How is that buying votes? They tried to do that to Yang too. I remember when Yang first proposed UBI, everyone, like, I had to keep debunking it on my channel. Everyone was like, Yang's buying votes. Look at this. These guys trying to buy votes. He's trying to buy your vote. How? How, Sway? How, Sway? Oh, my God. Anything that is good for the people, for the regular people, they can't stand. I keep saying Fox, it's more Fox business, but that's still under the Fox umbrella. It's still under the Fox umbrella. So, Fox. And he keeps saying, like, oh, that won't work. That won't work. Does Social Security work? It does. Yeah, did that work? I'm curious if that worked. Yeah, it does. Don't tell me that won't work, Stuart. Don't tell me, Stuart. Don't tell me that won't work. Just say, I'm against helping regular people. Just say that. Don't try to dress it up. You're a fraud. You're a phony. A great big phony.
Hey, you know who lives in this house? A great big phony! That's right, a phony lives here! A big fat phony!
If you ask me, giving us a UBI, while it posed well, would be democracy. Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Or am I missing something? We spent $5 trillion, I'm going to round it up, $5 trillion on COVID bailouts. Guess where all of it, pretty much all of it went? Corporations. Corporations. You didn't flinch. You didn't flinch. A lot of those people in those corporations are your friends. But the thought of us getting a UBI, you can't stand it. This is your second segment that I've seen. I'm sure there might be more of you shitting on UBI. And I have to come out here and drop kick you in the face every single time, aren't I? $5 trillion, multiple COVID bailouts. And the thought of us getting a UBI bothers you to such a degree.
Stupid.
You're pathetic. So I just wanted to bring you that. Not a long video. Fox News once again stepping on the throat of universal basic income. The one time Nancy Pelosi might be doing something good, she might be in the on the right side of history, he attacks her for it. But if Nancy Pelosi came out here and was praising the corporate bailouts, he'd be like, good woman, good on her. Good old chap. Man, these people, I say it all the time, man, and I'm just going to keep saying it. They don't care about you. We have to care about us. We have to make the change for ourselves together. We can work together to make the change for ourselves because they don't care. They don't care. They don't. Corporate socialism. I'm going to keep saying that word too. For the next 4 years, I'm going to keep hammering that home. Corporate socialism. That's what they are. That's what they want. So, if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, please like, comment, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. If you don't, let me know in the comment section why. I'm always down to talk about it. I have a Cash App, a PayPal, and a Venmo link in the description below. Please feel free to donate to the channel. Every little bit helps. Hopefully, I'll be talking to you guys soon. Have a good one. Peace.
Fucked and drank all night, acted all alright, had no need to fight, tonight. Fucked and drank all night, acted all alright, had no need to fight, cast me far.